How long did we wait? Did we wait 10 minutes? No. Did we wait 20 minutes? No. Did we wait 30 minutes?
Still believing that waiting 10 or 20 or 30 minutes at the hospital is like an arduous amount of time at the hospital.
I know, right? Usually it's like...
Yet Phil gravitates more towards wild theories himself as a way to represent them and paint the tractor community poorly as a way to also dismiss the valid criticism. And this somewhat works with his fans who have been doxxed, are people with disabilities, are socially inept, or are just lonely.
Yeah. I think he has autism. And this is coming from someone who has it. Because I've got a low level of autism. Asperger's, which formerly called as.
But let me explain this to you.
Okay.
I have a son who is autistic, severely autistic. But I've been around a lot of autistic people because of raising my son. He's 12 now. And one of the big criticisms about you is you're constantly asking for support, constantly asking for money. And I don't know, I've been observing some of this. So I wanted to ask you, have you ever been diagnosed with being on the spectrum or having Asperger's? Well, I think, you know, and I could be wrong. I mean, I'm just an observer here, an outsider looking in, but it seems to me that you have a little bit of trouble like comprehending social norms. For example, like, do you have a perception of like how many times during an average stream that you ask for support or money? Because that's one of the big criticisms too. Maybe I'm wrong. Like in my world, it's customary to ask for support once, maybe twice through the stream. Like if you take a break in the middle, when you come back, you say something. But like, did you know there's a whole YouTube channel dedicated just to counting the number of times that you ask for money in a stream?
Absolutely.
Listen, I'm trying to help you here. I really am, because I understand why people are like, you know, saying this stuff. And I thought they're got to be exaggerating. But then I found this Ferroni the tractor. I'm sure it's what you would describe as one of your detractors.
I mean, they call themselves the tractor. They have it in their name.
When you were playing Dark Souls, you asked for money 62 times. You tested a mic, and then you begged for money 31 times while testing the mic. Successful streamer begged 78 times. Popeyes felt it, beg count 100. So to eat Popeyes, you begged for money 100 times. Flight Simulator, you begged for money 111 times. 145 begs in this stream. And all this person does, Phil, is go through your streams and then clip all the times you ask for money. But I'm just wondering, like, do you realize that you ask for money that many times in one stream? This is why I brought up the autism, because I don't know if you know this, but people with autism have like perceptual problems and social problems, and they don't recognize social cues. And like, that's what made me think that maybe you're on the spectrum, because a neurodivergent person or a person on the spectrum might not realize that they were asking that many times. And that this is what I'm saying. People with autism also have a problem with social norms. So like the social norm is ask for support once or twice a show. But 88 times, 122 times, 56 times in one stream, it's a little bit extreme.
During your conversations, and I'm assuming you remember your conversations with him mostly.
A little, yeah.
Okay, well, this would be pretty unique of a memory, I would think. What he is alleging, that he got his identity stolen and that his bank accounts were hacked, and he didn't make a police report about that. And he got asked, why wouldn't you make a police report about your bank account being hacked? He was having trouble with PayPal, chargebacks. Like people would give him money and then they would charge back the PayPal transaction, and that it was a problem for him because he definitely saw that as a crime, not a civil matter, which it totally is, but he saw that as a crime. According to Phil, he says that he spoke with an officer, female, in reference to this, I can only assume that's you, who told him, we don't have the manpower or the bandwidth or the unit to work those kind of cases. We only work human trafficking. You should contact the FBI.
There were times and calls I referred people to the FBI, but that was if I was tired of talking to them and they were what we call a 220, you know, kind of mental. And that was just for fun.
So the DSP situation, look, man, like honest to God, on everything I love, I really left this guy alone because I realized he's a little bit on the spectrum, and I can't do it, man. Like I would have beat the shit out of him. We had a couple opportunities. He talked a lot of shit. We confronted him one time. Me and my friend Jaha, we confronted him one time in a parking lot. Viscount was there to witness, and this guy was like shaking for his life, and he was basically like saying, "Oh, I'm an alcoholic. Please forgive me." And you know, I honestly noticed at that moment he was a little bit special on the spectrum, and I kind of just dropped it after that because I'm not gonna fucking go there, dude. Like, I'm not that type of person, man. And I have a real soft spot for special needs. I have a real soft spot for people that have social disorders and disabilities and stuff like that. And I do my best. I've actually I've defended a lot of them in my life, and maybe 50% of the fights I've been in have been defending special people, you know. And I don't say that in a mean way or derogatory way, but there's no reason to make these people's lives worse, even if they're pieces of shit, which I want to say Phil is shown time and time again that he's truly not a good person, but he's special. He's special in that way.
You're a retarded person, Phil.